Jane, you
was in the center of what?
Of 2007. 2007.
What did I do?
2007. I mean, you were one of the people that were investigated.
Esther,
okay, you were
what
cleared.
did I do?
I mean, come on, the same incitement
come on.
that you're doing now.
Don't be
the
silly.
The same incitement. I'm
No,
not being
ladies,
silly.
ladies.
It's true.
No.
It's true.
No, I
How
could
come
hit
my
her.
name was not there?
No.
Why was my name
What
not
was
there?
I investigated
No,
for?
let me engage you.
Come on.
Come on.
Please.
The violence in Naivasha.
You are being stupid
okay?
now.
So even if you call,
Madam Kihara, please.
even if you call,
Esther Pasaris,
it's a
please.
fact. It's,
No.
The truth hurts.
out.
The truth hurts, but it's
I
because
could
you
hit her.
follow.
Madam Pasaris.
I could hit her.
Do you
Okay.
see how violent she is?
She has no idea what happened in Naivasha.
Come on. I saw how many people were
calm
killed
down.
What did you
there.
see?
How many people were killed?
Let's calm
And if
down,
you know
ladies.
that,
No,
you
no,
don't
no.
want to
Come on.
Now, you see, fellow Kenyans, if there is one of the major things that we need to address as a nation is this issue of politics of incitement. That is one of the major things that we have to address. And where is this politics of incitement is coming from? It is coming from our own politicians. You get it? The politics of incitement is coming from our politicians themselves, because they are the ones who causes mayhem. They're the ones who causes chaos. They're the ones who are looking for goons to interfere with people, to kill people, to beat people up, because they pay them. So if there is one thing that we need to address is how are we going to handle this issue of politics of incitement? And how are we going to prevent ourselves from this mess coming 2027? In this video, I would like us to talk about two politicians, and they are women. Today, during an interview at TV47, two leaders, one is known as Bimbo, according to Miguna. Miguna calls her Bimbo. And another one is Kihara, Jane, that is member of parliament from Gilgil. Bimbo, of course, we know is Esther Pasaris. That is the women rep of Nairobi County. We've seen her being on the front line or talking about beauty. She has beauty but no brain. I think that is where we got this issue of beauty with brain, beauty without brain. So she's beautiful but without brain. Because if you listen to this woman, I will tell you for a fact that if you just sit down trying to listen or trying to listen to Esther Pasaris talking, you'd ask yourself that how did we, the people of Nairobi, end up electing this woman as a women rep? The same thing the people of Busia, you're supposed to ask yourselves that how did you end up electing Catherine Omanyo as your women rep? Because Catherine Omanyo doesn't know the difference between context and contest.
You know, some people want to vie because they think it's a beauty context. It is not. But I'm not saying I'm ugly. I'm also beautiful. It is not a beauty context. Let people show us what they want to do, and before that, what they did. Jinsi ninasimama hapa, na kina Oburu Odinga, na kina Joho, kina Oparanya, kina Simba Arati, kina Gladys Wanga, Catherine Nahari Omanyo. Chama imesimama, iko ngangari. Mtu asirudi kuambia kwamba ati hakuna chama ati tunaanzisha mpya. Baba aliacha ODM.
She's saying that in the next election, competition is not going to be like a context. So I really don't know, maybe I'm the one that doesn't understand context or contest. That one of Catherine Omanyo's side. The reason why I'm talking about this is there is a statement, before we get deeper to talk about the issue of Pasaris and Jane. I had the notorious goon leader, who right now is the board chairman of the board of Mama Lucy Hospital, that is Gaucho, trying to warn Babu Wino and Sifuna Orengo concerning going to Migori. That they went to Homa Bay, that was just a test. Now they are waiting the two people to go to Migori. That is when now they'll face the music. Can we listen to him and then we continue with our discussion?
nataka niambie ndugu yangu Babu Owino, the moment usatuita utatukuja kutokolonize na kala yako si kala ya Wajaluo, then ujue lazima ukwe ready commit with real mau. Hii ya Homa Bay ilikuwa Raya Zone. Migori tunangoja mkuje, ndio tutakuonyesha ya kwamba tunataka kukua book ya history ya kwamba vile Wakikuyu walitoa wale walisema wanataka colonize huko Central, tuta make sure wewe na Orengo moja na anatoka Siaya hapa na mwingine Mpakistan ambao tujui hata baba yake, hatujui shokisho yake, ajui hata matanga ya baba yake, anaambia watu Homa Bay ya kwamba leo anatuambia ya kwamba eti alienda eti waje mpaka Orengo Malik fulani Orengo alisema ya kwamba eti hao waje eti watu wa Homa Bay ni wajinga. Kaluri Omondi kiongozi anasema na mdomo yake ya kwamba tumalize hapa haraka tuende tupigane Homa Bay town. Nataka niambie Wajaluo, history yetu na jamii ya Wakikuyu, wacha tubaki na huyu Mkalenjin. Walitugonganisha na Kalenjin Moi, unaona, wakakuja wakatugonganisha na wanataka kutugonganisha na Ruto ili tutoke, wakuja wa form wanapiga hesabu ya 2032. Babu umesema ya kwamba wewe ndio mbeberu ambaye anakuja kucolonize Luo Nyanza, na kupromise kama kijana mwenzangu, hii vita unaitangaza, na hii vita si ya university. Hii vita imebeba wazee, imebeba wamama, imebeba bado spirit ya Kinochengo Neko, imebeba spirit ya Raila Odinga, imebeba spirit ya wakina Tom Mboya, akina Ogwan Konet, Kodek, imebeba wakina Nyanga Yodo ambao wako kwa kaburi. Unajua wewe BHC ile nini yako ya kuzaliwa yuko Luo Nyanza. Haiko Luo Nyanza, ziko Luo Nyanza. So the moment vijana wetu wanakufa, wewe una peni unasikia. Lakini sisi ambayo vijana tulizikwa, biero yetu ilizikwa huko, ile nini ya mama zetu ilizikwa huko, hatutakupea chance.
Now, do you really think that somebody will just wake up in the morning and talk like that without knowing that maybe he has a backup somewhere? And why is it that the DCI cannot take any action concerning about on these people who are talking like this? Why do you think that they assume? Why do you think that there is that assumption of this and that? No, I want us to talk. I want you to reason with me. Can you just reason with me for a minute? We have a problem. There's a very big problem on the ground. As we speak on ground, there is a very big problem. And this problem is that we are trying to relate, we are trying to fathom about what is happening, what has gone on, or what has happened, but we can't really lay our hands on what has been going on. And that's why I'm asking you that, can you really relate? Can you really lay your hands on what has been going on? Because if you ask me, I would literally tell you that as a person, I don't think that we are heading in the right direction. Pasaris was about to fight with Jen on TV47. Why? Because of the cho, this mouth.
With due respect to Honorable Jane, because when I think of Naivasha and I think of 2007, Jane, you were right at the center of all that mess. Okay, you did not. There's this maxim I keep saying: he who comes to equity must come with clean hands. Jane,
I was in the center of what?
Of 2007. 2007.
What did I do?
2007. You were one of the people that were investigated.
Esther,
okay, you were
what
cleared.
did I do?
Come on, the same incitement that you're doing now.
Don't be
the
silly.
The same incitement. I'm not being
ladies,
silly.
ladies.
It's true.
No.
It's true.
No, I
How
could
come
hit
my name
her.
was not there?
No.
Why was my name
What
not
was
there?
I investigated for?
Let me engage you.
Come on.
Come on.
Please,
The violence in Naivasha.
You are being stupid now.
So even if you call,
Madam Kihara, please.
even if you call,
Esther Pasaris,
it's a
please.
fact. It's
No.
The truth hurts. The truth hurts, but it's
I
because
could
you
hit her.
swallow.
Madam Pasaris.
I could hit her.
Do you
Okay.
see how violent she is?
She has no idea what happened in Naivasha.
Come on. I saw how many people were
calm
killed.
down.
What did you
there.
see?
How many people were
What
killed?
did you
Let's calm
And if
down,
you know
ladies.
that,
No,
you
no,
don't
no.
want to
Come on.
I would like
2027.
I would like
Let's talk.
you are
Let's talk
all,
to this.
the two of you are my elder sisters, and you're in
She
parliament.
was in charge, but
no,
she
let
was
me
there.
let me say
You're out
this.
of
I was there doing
Let me
what?
say this.
Inciting people the way you're doing
Allow
now.
me
We've
say
muted your microphones for now.
Allow
Let's
me
address
to
the
say
speakers.
this.
allow me to say this. We need to move.
I can't debate with Esther.
You see, there is one thing that is very much dangerous in the life of a human being, mdomo. Mwanadamu yeyote hapaswi kuwa ni mtu ambaye ana mdomo bagi. Kiongozi yeyote hapaswi kuwa ni mtu ambaye anaweza kazungumza chochote. As a leader, you have to find a way of controlling what you say. What comes in and what goes out of your mouth, you really need to be very much careful about those things. If you can't really be very careful on what is coming in and what is going out, then you're putting yourself in danger and you're putting everybody around you in a very big problem. Why am I saying this? Or why am I talking like this? I'm talking like this because as it stands right now, imagine how will you tell the people of Nairobi County that you are their leader? You're trying to, yes, you can remind the people of what happened in the past, but there are people who doesn't want to be reminded of what happened in 2007 because kuna watu ambao walipoteza maisha yao. Kuna watu ambao walipoteza watu ambao walikuwa karibu sana nao. There are people who lost their friend, there are people who lost their family members. There are people who up to date wamebaki kuwa vilema because of the 2007 post-election violence. Sasa wewe unaenda kwa national TV, alafu unakumbusha watu kile ambacho kilifanyika. And I really don't know. Maybe I'm the one that took this thing in a different way. You see, the reasons why Esther Pasaris cannot be a leader, and I think now we can confirm that Esther Pasaris became a leader simply because of the way of the way Raila Odinga was pampering her. And to tell you the truth, there is nobody who is going to pamper these people in 2027. Saizi kila mtu lazima jipiganie. You have to fight your way through the election. You have to find lazima ujipiganie. If you can't find your way, then there is going to be problem. Kutakuwa na shida kubwa sana kwa hao viongozi. Kwa sababu gani nasema kutakuwa na shida kubwa? Because wao wenyewe hawajielewi, wao wenyewe hawaelewi wanataka nini, wao wenyewe hawaelewi kile ambacho walipaswa kufanya, kile ambacho wanapaswa kufanya. That is why you see people like Esther Pasaris shouting. So wangepigana, no, let's say the truth. Aya, angepigwa kungeendaje? Angepigwa on national television kungekuaje? Because the woman, the member of MP was very much furious, was about to fight her. They were ready to fight. She was ready to do anything to prove a point. So why do we go through all this mess? Why do we see it is an embarrassment? Why do we see our leaders embarrassing themselves and the people that we elected? They've left what they're supposed to do and now they're doing a different thing. Do we really have people, do we really have leaders that can sit down, the leaders that can reason, the leaders that we can reason with, can reason and say that, okay, now we were elected to do this and this is not what we are supposed to do? Hata huwa nashangaa kwa nini hao watu wanazidi kuitwa on these national televisions and then they continue embarrassing themselves. This one is normally total embarrassment, which I don't know how we are going to overcome. I don't know how this thing will be overcome, by the way. It is going to be very difficult to overcome this. So watu wa Nairobi, huyu ndio kiongozi, huyu ndio mtu ambaye mlichagua kama women rep. Waanze kupigana hapa na pale, waanze kupiga makelele ambazo wanapiga. Is it not a shame? Are you not ashamed, Esther Pasaris? Are you really not ashamed of what you're doing? Are you really not ashamed of what you've been doing? As a leader, you open your mouth, and I was surprised. Kama Esther Pasaris was among the people, because Pasaris was among the people who were supporting what had happened in Homa Bay. You are talking about culprits being brought on board, at police officers did the right thing. Police officer mgani ambao officer mgani huyu ambaye alifanya kazi nzuri? Because as far as I'm concerned, there is no police officer who did a good. In fact, police officer, kuna ule police officer ambaye alipigwa na mawe. So wewe una support police officer mgani? That is the question. Which police officer are you supporting? That is my question. Just tell us that mimi na support police officer fulani because of alifanya 1, 2, 3. Tutakuwa sawa tu. We'll be okay. You get it? Can I know what you think at the comment section, fellow Kenyans, concerning this? Because this is something that really need to be addressed. And we are the only people. I normally tell you that we are the people who are going to address this. We are the people that can pump some sense into these leaders that we have. Let me know what to think. And please don't forget to tell me where you're watching this video from and how these videos are reaching. Until we meet again, I have been your host, Boniface Awino. Big.